Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Scandal storm shakes the K-pop world, BTS's V versus HYBE. The sky of the K-pop industry that had previously looked sparkling is now covered in gray clouds. A big drama exploded to the surface, involving BTS's V and HYBE CEO, Bang Si-hyuk. What really happened behind the scenes? This is a story full of wounds, betrayals, and resistance. 1. Secret meeting that opened old wounds. It all started with a secret meeting 2 months ago. In a quiet meeting room, V submitted his dream solo album proposal. However, the proposal was rejected outright. He slammed the door angrily, said an internal source, describing how deep the wound was that night. 2. Leaked documents, evidence of injustice. Shortly, HYBE's internal documents were leaked. It was revealed, V's promotional funds were 40% smaller than other members. What's more heartbreaking? The CEO's handwritten note read, "Focus only on the more cooperative members." As if V's creativity was considered a threat, not an asset. 3. Secret recording that ignites anger. A hidden recording goes viral. In the conversation, Bang Si-hyuk can be heard saying, "We can't always follow V's wishes. He has to know his place." The sentence that pierced the hearts of thousands of armies, igniting a fire of anger that is not easily extinguished. 4. A contract that binds like shackles. An analysis of BTS's contract by lawyer Kim Jun-ho revealed a major oddity. V is strictly restricted from collaborating with outside producers. This is a form of creative silencing, Kim said. Ironic for an artist whose life is rooted in freedom. 5. Secret footprints, the birth of verse. Behind all this, V is quietly building his own path. He registered a music company called Verse, a silent step towards artistic independence. Several big producers are said to have joined his new orbit. 6. Silent signals from fellow comrades. Signs of rebellion are emerging from within. Jungkook secretly likes fans' tweets supporting V. Suga cancels all interviews without reason. As if, behind the smile, there is solidarity that is starting to bloom. 7. Cold War of Law. HYBE forms a special legal team to protect themselves. V then takes action, hiring an independent lawyer, showing that he will not remain silent. Legal warning letters are flying in the air, indicating that the war has begun. 8. Testimony from the past. HYBE's former manager finally speaks up. Since 2019, there have been systematic efforts to restrict V. The story of this betrayal is nothing new. This is an old wound that has only now dared to be opened. 9. Official investigation begins. The Korea Trade Commission steps in. If found guilty, HYBE could face major sanctions, shaking the foundation of their magnificent business. 10. Anonymous account that reveals everything. The mysterious account at truth_about_HYBE continues to leak secret after secret. One leak, an internal plan to reduce V's role in BTS's next comeback. Proof that this isn't just a rumor, it's a real conspiracy. Wave 2, the truth revealed. Eye-opening email leaks. Internal email leaks. Limit V's role in all group content. An order from the board of directors themselves. For ARMY, this isn't just a document. It's a confession. Calls for independent investigation. Fans, public defenders, and academics are calling, independent investigation. This moral movement heralds a new era. K-pop can no longer be ruled with an iron fist. Investors start to defect. Panic grips the stock exchange. HYBE's stock price plummets. Foreign investors are starting to speak out. How could a company destroy its own star? Global offers failed. As it turns out, V received numerous collaboration offers from global artists, but they were all rejected by management. Proof that the world wanted him, but HYBE kept him locked away. Support from the legend. Park Jin-young, a senior industry figure, spoke out. An artist as talented as V should be given absolute freedom. A simple statement that hit the heart of the matter. The third wave, an unstoppable explosion. A solo concert that was destroyed. A small concert by V had been planned, but it was unilaterally cancelled for fear that V would shine too brightly. No explanation. Only a painful silence. Cracks within HYBE. HYBE staff were divided. Some chose to step down, spilling dark stories, bearing witness to the struggles of an oppressed artist. The threat of restructuring. HYBE's board of directors considered a major restructuring. But the public asked, will a facelift fix a rotten heart? The emotional impact on V. A close friend of V whispered, he's strong on the outside but fragile on the inside. Fans now understood that behind his gentle smile, there was a burden that could not be shared. Global movement, SaveV. Hashtag SaveV echoed from Seoul to New York. Petitions garnered millions of signatures. Giant billboards beamed a single message. HYBE, respect your artists. The fourth wave, the breaking of silence, the eruption of truth. V's final gesture, a silent message. In a cryptic social media post, V shared a photo of the sunset sky, a fiery red amidst the creeping black. No words, no explanation. But for ARMY it was more than enough, a heartfelt gesture that screams in the silence. He doesn't say much. But his every move now tells a story, said one veteran fan. HYBE, a crumbling fortress. HYBE tried to build a defensive wall, vague clarifications, promises of improvement, empty words that no one now believes. Investors pressed for answers. The public demanded transparency. But every statement showed, the fortress was cracking from within. Not all collapses start with an explosion, wrote one analyst. Some start with small whispers that go unheeded. Turning point, ARMY becomes protector. The hashtag SaveV movement is no longer just a trend. It's become a silent revolution. Petitions, billboards, even boycotts of HYBE products are taking place around the world. Not out of hatred, but out of love for the truth. We're not just fans. We're witnesses to history, wrote one fan community in France. The fifth wave, towards a new dawn. Secret steps, negotiations in the shadows. V has reportedly held a series of secret meetings with international labels. Not to simply come out, but to create a new home for his own art. He doesn't just want to be free. He wants to build something that lasts, said one industry insider. Major labels in Los Angeles, New York, and London are reportedly vying for contracts. Not just money, but a promise, freedom. BTS's future, between wounds and hope. Meanwhile, the shadow of discord looms over BTS. The members' relationships are reportedly strained, not because of hatred, but because of persistent external pressures. They walk the same path, but each now carries their own wounds. Their togetherness is not just a contract. It's a bond of souls, said a close friend of the group. But even souls can be wounded. The sixth wave, farewell songs. Invented isolation. Since the scandal broke, V has slowly disappeared from the group's events. Not because he wanted to, but because invisible hands were controlling the distance. Events, ads, photo shoots, one by one his name was removed without explanation. Each deletion felt like a knife stabbing ARMY in the chest. They're slowly separating him as if they want us to forget, said a large fan base in Japan. But the world has not forgotten. In the midst of the disappearance, V's name has burned even more deeply in their hearts. An unwritten letter to ARMY. Insiders revealed that V once tried to send an open letter to fans. The letter supposedly contained an apology for the chaos that had occurred, and a promise that he would continue to create no matter what. However, the letter was withheld. Blocked. HYBE would not allow it to be published. What could be more painful than being forced to remain silent in front of the people you love? Said a former staff member. The seventh wave, on the brink of revolution. A silent war behind the scenes. While the media says all is well, the truth is much darker. There are two powerful forces battling behind closed doors. One, conservatives at HYBE who want to erase V from the group's narrative. Two, progressives who believe that suppressing V will destroy the company. The fight has quietly crippled major projects, delayed comeback schedules, and even disrupted HYBE's business relationships with overseas partners. The storm is bigger than it looks on the surface, says one K-pop industry executive. The final negotiations, deal or breakup. In recent weeks, sources have revealed that there have been quiet negotiations between V and HYBE. Not to mend fences, but to negotiate terms of a breakup. V has made three main demands. Full rights to his own works. Freedom to choose his producers and collaborators. A ban on exploitation of his name or image after he leaves. If those demands aren't met, he's ready to walk away without looking back. The eighth wave, a new world awaits. Verse, an unbridled dream. The company V founded Verse is not just a side project. It's a long-term vision. Opening his own creative studio. Forming an independent artistic team. Giving young musicians a platform to grow without the pressures of the industry. Verse isn't just an escape. It's a creative rebellion, says one insider. Several major producers in the pop and jazz worlds have reportedly signed deals with Verse, quietly, strategically. The ninth wave, the wounds that shape legends. The wounds that shape wings. What happened to V was a wound. But in the world of true artists, wounds aren't the end, they're the beginning. From wounds comes honesty. From honesty comes work that shakes the world. No star is born without first exploding itself, wrote a poet. Now the world awaits. How will V, with all his wounds, form new wings? End or new beginning? V's contract with HYBE is about to expire. He's secretly talking to major labels in the US, setting up a new path. CEO Bang Si-hyuk tries to arrange an emergency meeting, but one analyst says, broken trust can't be repaired with words alone. This story isn't over yet. This isn't just an industry drama. This is a story about freedom, art, and self-worth. Will V fly free? Or will the K-pop world witness yet another fallen star due to corporate greed? We'll see. Stay tuned because the storm is only just beginning.
Good day, wake up, today's gonna be a good day.